everyone, I'm Karen Combs and welcome to FlossTube 40. Can't believe I've already done 40. I wondered when I did the first one if I'd have enough to talk about, and here we are on 40. But it is December 10th, and hopefully I'll get this uploaded today. It's Tuesday. I have got errands to do in about an hour, and I thought, well, let me tape what I can, and if I need to finish when I come back, I will. It's been about 3 weeks since I came to you. Was going to do it last week, but I was busy with holiday things, decorating and making homemade candy that we give to friends and family, and just didn't get it done. But here I am, and I'm excited because I got a pile like this to show you. Let's get to some things that we talked about last time. Some excellent suggestions from different people. I talked last time about map of Hawk Run Hollow that I was working on and the sun. I did not like the yellow I was using. It was just too bright for me. So I started using another color, and I didn't like that either. I'll hold it up and show you. So I decided I would just wait. But I did have some suggestions. Several people mentioned coffee dyeing or tea dyeing. The original called for yellow. I thought, that's a great idea. So I am putting a light yellow in there, but it's reading to white. So I thought that was an excellent suggestion. Thank you. Several of you mentioned that coffee dye or tea dye that yellow. So I would take, not of course all of it, because I might need that yellow somewhere else and want the original color, but take some of it, tea dye it, and then stitch. So thank you for that. And it's just, it's such a wonderful and actually simple suggestion, and I thought, well, that's genius. And sometimes the easiest can work out to be the best. So thank you for that, because I hadn't even thought about that. So I wanted to mention that. Also, we talked about linen last time, and I had a friend from Australia contact me, and she said she had run into the problem that I mentioned, that when you have light, when you have heat, sometimes when the linen's folded, you get that fold line so you can see it. What she does is she takes her linen and takes several pieces and rolls it in a towel and stores it in a cabinet rolled. So now it's away from heat, it's away from light, it's away from dust, and it's not going to have the problems of the fold lines. So I thought, another excellent idea. Someone else mentioned that the archival boxes are available from Amazon. So I'm still pondering my linen storage, but I thought those suggestions were excellent. I wanted to mention them. And I thought the archival boxes, what I'm pondering is if I can get a long enough one, roll the linen and put it in there almost like cigars, so that then they're stored, they're not folded and rolled. Anyway, I'm still pondering that. Then I'm thinking of the space. Anyway, everyone has to work out those things themselves, and I'm still working it out. But for right now, I have it in the closet you saw last time in a fabric-lined basket. So it's not compressed, it's not touching any wood, it's away from sunlight and heat. So if you didn't see the video last time, you can pop over there to FlossTube 39, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in depth than why I was pondering all of the linen storage. One more thing from last time. I mentioned I think it was last time, Vicki Clayton silks and how I was going to store them. And I mentioned, oh, everybody has these boxes. And I had several people asking where you get them. And I thought, well, you know, not everyone has these boxes. So I wanted to show you the original box and then how I'm using it. I purchased this at Hobby Lobby, and it was about 5 years ago because the price is only $2.29. I don't think it's $2.29 anymore, but many of you have these boxes with the bobbins, and these were the bobbins, the DMC and bobbins. I actually think these are some hand-dyed from South Africa I put in here. Look at those colors. But Amazon, I'm sure, has these if you have a Hobby Lobby near you, or Michael's. Let me get close up so you can see. It's the yarn. It is the thread storage that you can fit the bobbins in. So this is how I'm using them for the Vicki Clayton silk. I haven't even looked at those boxes at Hobby Lobby lately, so I know they're not $3.29. So I think I've been getting the Vicki Clayton Silk of the Month, Fiber of the Month for 3 or 4 months now. And I was trying to figure out how to store them. So I do have the master list that I mark off. But I was putting them by month. And I don't have the list here. It's in the closet there. But I thought, I need to put these in alphabetical order, not just by month when I got them. And those of you maybe that don't, well, library science background, everything has to be organized. So I wanted to show you what I did. I know some of you are going to laugh at it. Some of you will want to do it. I'm just going to show you. So it's that same box. And what I did is put letters. Can you see? And I think I can fit about 12 spools. I think that's 8 or 10, 12, something like that. Yeah, there's 5, probably at least 8, depending on how stacked up I make them. So here they are. That is A through P. You can see I'm just starting there. And I haven't quite figured out what to do with this one. I know that's probably originally for scissors. I don't know. I may put overflow in there. And then here's the second part of the alphabet. So I have them by the name, and what I like is in a very small footprint, I can fit a lot of those silks. So this is only, I was going to show you, these boxes are 7 inches by 10 inches by about 1.5 inches. So just measuring it. So very small footprint, even though it looks big on camera, very small. So I like that because then I can go into each section with the alphabet and grab what I need when I'm pulling. So wanted to share that with you, that for now, that's how I'm going to store them. I may have to get a third one and move those alphabets over, but it'll be quite a while before I run out of room. So I'm happy with that. So I wanted to talk about all those things that were kind of cleanup from last time. And I always appreciate your comments. I really do, because there is such knowledge in this community. And when people share their knowledge, then we can share it out with everyone. And sometimes, just like tea dyeing that floss, genius. But I hadn't thought of it. So thank you for your comments. I appreciate it. I've been working on a lot of stuff. I've been all over the place, literally. So I want to show you what I've been working on. Well, I should rephrase it. All over the place until the last week or so. So I pulled out, I have to check my time. Good. I got errands to do. I pulled out Loara Standish. Hadn't worked on her in a while. And I am doing it with the brighter Vicki Clayton Silk Pack. Here are the colors. The original kit is packed with, I don't know if I have the, check in the box here. Do I have the, all right, I want to tell you one thing. When you get the instructions, do not, if you get the kit, do not be intimidated. Everything is perfectly laid out. So what you do is you pull out, after reading through things, pull out band 1 and pull out the illustrations for that band and ignore all of this because this is just about all of the bands. So when I first looked at it, I thought, I can't do this. But then when I realized it was just very detailed in the instructions and I didn't have to worry about way down here, I was just going to work on each band at a time, then it was much easier. These are the DMCs in the kit, and they match the original. So here is a picture of the original. Let's see. This also comes in your kit. Oh, here's the top. So you can see there it is. Here are the colors, which are gorgeous. I decided I wanted it brighter, so I got the silk pack. So those are the originals, and this is what I'm doing. And let me show you. I've got band 8 done, band 9, and I'm working on 10. Oh, here we go. So band 8 are the flowers, and then band 9 is the Standish stitch, which I really enjoy. Sorry, this is wrinkled. And then I'm working on band 10. So there we go. So I enjoyed working on Loara. I'll pull her back out, but I hadn't worked on her in a while. And I do love these brighter colors. The original colors are also stunning. You can't go wrong with either one. For those of you that want a true reproduction, use the colors in the kit. I would say I'm doing an adaptation of that. The other thing I worked on a lot. I just couldn't get settled. I worked on Loara for a few days and then I pulled out. And this is my Pinny and Tunny bag. I love this blackbird fabric. Pulled out, There is Liberty by Palm Street. And I am working on, here's the threads. I've showed you this before. I put them on floss drops and make the card. These are just cardstock, craft cardstock that I get on Amazon, but that way I can put all of the colors. And if it's weeks, then I just keep them on the original tags. Let me flip over because I don't remember what this is on. There is Liberty. It's on, I didn't know last time, it's on 40 count espresso by R&R. So here are the threads, and here it is again. The original is called for Hemingway, which I did not have. Let me get my fingers out of the way. So I did espresso. I had a little piece left from another project, and I thought, it's gonna be perfect. So I just love, and another little house done. I just love this. Now this is showing up backwards. Hopefully it is not backwards for you. And the verse says, when the Spirit of the Lord, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. So I worked on that, adding in, I don't know if I did some more letters, but I did do some more of the house and worked on that for a day or two. Like I said, I just couldn't get settled. So then I moved over to, I do not have a project bag for this. Sorry, this is pathetic. I need to put this in a Christmas project bag. I am working on Farmhouse Christmas by Little House Needleworks, and I decided to jump to block 5. I've got block 1 done, and I wanted to do that quilt block. So here is the floss, and this is a combination of Classic Colorworks and DMC, and I just used some other drops that I had. So here are the colors there, and Farmhouse Christmas is on 25 count Vintage Country Mocha, 25 count Lugana Vintage Country Mocha. I'm doing it over 1 with the called for. So here's the called for, and I mentioned this in one of the previous floss tubes. If you want me to link to it, let me know. There is a complimentary border, because these originally were pillows or ornaments, and you can do it as one piece. And so there's a complimentary Christmas border on the Little House Needleworks website. I'm just going to flash it real quick. So I am doing that. So I'm putting them all in one on Vintage Country Mocha Lugana 25 count over 1. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Have block 1 done, worked on some more of the border, put the frame for block 2, but I wanted to jump right to the quilt block, so went ahead and did that. Now, that's more of the original color. I know when I get close, it kind of blows out, but I do want you to see the stitching. But that's the color. That's really, really good. I did not hold back. Let me do that. Yes. That's the color. And let me do Loara Standish too. Forgot last time that worked really well. This is a long one. Look at this. I don't know if it'll be the whole piece, but anyway. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. I've just taken it out of the hoops, and I did not iron it, so there's some marks. Some of the things I did iron a while ago. So worked on Farmhouse Christmas, so that's the 3rd one. Check my time, good. Worked on that. And then I worked on, and I think this was a whip, not a new start from this year. I worked on Hannah Campbell, and it's on 46 count, Just the Ticket by Tabby Cat, and I'm using a hoop and frame silk pack. I think it's actually the called for silk, but I did get it at hoop and frame. I have Hannah in my Stitchfolk. Oh, I love this tomato bag, my Stitchfolk bag. Actually, I have 2 projects in there. M. Woods, which I want to work on, and yes, I have not worked on her. She's sitting to the side. I want to work on her, so M. Wood is in there. But what I did work on was Hannah Campbell. And I didn't pull the silks because they're in a little antique drawer across the room from me. And I forgot to grab that. But I'm using the called for silks. And I worked on some of the over 1, and I'm sorry, there are some hanging threads because I'm working on some of the over 1 and the border, which are 2 alternating colors, and it's easier to have the threads there. I didn't pull them to the back. I apologize. So here she is. Let me get close. So I worked on that middle part on the over 1 and worked on some more of the border. Worked on her for a day or 2. And I just couldn't get settled down. Don't know why. This is almost as high as the camera. So, okay, I'm just checking. Worked on those, and then this is where I finally settled down. I grabbed American Welcome, which is in the same project bag as There's Liberty. American Welcome, again by Plum Street. using the called for DMC and I think colored cotton. So all of these are color and cotton. So should I tell you I finished? So this is how much I have left. I have a lot of DMC left. The only one I have plenty left, but Hunter, used a lot of Hunter. So I didn't need 2 of anything. And I'm doing this, did I tell you that already? No, 36 count old Amana, which I got from Farm Girl Dry Goods. And this was a kit or a project she did at one of her retreats. I think it was a year ago. And she offered, I think it was this summer, you could get the called for linen. So I went ahead and got that and kitted it with what it called for. And I had a couple of the houses done, a little bit done, and I just started working on it and working on it and working on it, and it's just finished. It is a finish. Last night, I'm going to double check today that I've got everything stitched. There's one star in the corner that I'm still debating on whether I'm going to put in or not. The linen piece was very generous, so I'll use the other half for something else. But here's Old Amana. I think this is dyed by Fox and Rabbit. But here is, oh, isn't that pretty? Here it is. American Welcome, lots of water. Right, let's see, yeah, right in here is where that star goes, and I'm thinking I might leave it off. I'm not sure. So finish the over one and the little doodad things that you've got to do last night. But this could be done on Ada because there are no specialty stitches. There's some back stitching. I am so excited that I finished. Nice feeling to finish that. So what I did, I have a few things of haul. All right, I just had it all ready. And where is it? Oh, there it is. I had a few things of haul that I'll show you, and then show you what I'm planning on working on. And I think before the end of the year, I'm going to do a recap of my finishes and the whips in progress. So one of the things that I got was, and I think I showed you this, the Book of Days. Took it to Office Max and had them add the comb binding, which comes with the back and a clear front so that it protects it. And I had them add several pages. I've got some just regular cards, well, not cardstock, but a little heavier weight blank ones that I've just added some stickers to. That's usually where I put notes or things I want to remember. I have a page for finishes. And when I do the recap, I'll show you my 24. I have a page for starts, and this is just stickers that I put on there. Then I've got some lined pages that I added in there, a couple more lined pages. I don't know if I'll use them all, but I'd rather have them. Then I put a note here with YouTube for when I watch FlossTube. I should have put FlossTube, but I put YouTube. When I watch FlossTube and keeping notes, and Georgia, my friend Georgia, I mentioned this before, she has a wonderful section in her Book of Days where she writes all these things down. So thank you, Georgia, for that idea. And then I have, and I kind of pulled from another planner I had that I wasn't using, that I put in here, 25, upcoming things for 25, and then kind of changed this. I covered up some of the words, just left it for whips. So these are all of the whips, which in the recap I'll talk about when I started, but I put all the whips in here and I went, you gotta be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. 34. Now, granted, some of these were from class. No, there's not 34 because I think there's 33. Because I used 2 spaces for something. Anyway, there's over 30. Some of them were from classes that I took this year, retreats. And I thought, okay, time to start working on that. So I have them listed. I have the start date. And it's a little bit more organized than what I did for this year. Here's my this year book of days. I still did starts and finishes, and we'll look at this more in detail. And I just wrote in the whips. So I like this with the lines. So what I decided is, okay, time to focus on some of these whips. So I laid out, or I went through everything, and anything that was 3/4 done or closer, I thought, that's where I'm working on. This was one of them. It wasn't 3/4 done, but it was half done. So I thought, okay, start on that, and I just kept going. Here are the ones that I'm going to try. I won't say I am, because I might change my mind, but I'm going to try, check my time, going to try to focus on and get these done. Because this one, I am not going to put the name or the place. So this is Rebecca Nurse by Primitive Hair. I'm not going to put Salem or Rebecca Nurse. I'm just going to do the house and the snow and the fence and the trees. So it's a winter scene. Here's the, oh, I can't show that. That's the chart. There's the floss. But this one is on, is it 25 count? Sorry, I need my glasses. I still can't read it. 35 count, yeah, weeks cocoa. I've got the house about done. I just need to do the trees, 2 trees, and the snow and the fence. So I would say that's close to 3/4 done. That might be generous, but it's close. So I'm going to work on that, because that will be a nice winter scene. And then also in my Pinny and Tunny, which I got an Etsy bag, I'll link to that. Let me just make a note. I love her bags. I have American Welcome. You've seen that. And it's one color. I'm using Classic Colorworks Licorice and 36 count Doubloon. So let me show you that one. I think what I have left, I have this border and the letters. Oh, I need to hold it so you can see it. I have this and this. I've got the big barn done. So again, I don't know if it's quite 3/4, but it's close. Here's the original color. So I'm going to be working on that. So it's just that border and then the bottom. So, and then I have one more that's really close. Well, actually 2, because one's over here I started back on last night. This is in my Stitchfolk bag. And you've seen this, but this one has got a lot of stitching, and I've done a lot on it. Marianne Kopp, using the Called For threads. This is by Brenda Juvet. Oh, and of course I closed my book, so I can't see what it's on. I think this is on Under the Sea Amaryllis, which is a tough color to find. I just find it at Cecilia's in Branson. She might still have some, but I think Milk and Honey might be close. Where is she? Here it is, yes. Oh, 36 count Amaryllis. which Amaryllis has just a little bit of yellow in it, and I flipped it over to the other side where it's not quite as pronounced. But all I have left are the flowers in the border, and I think there's a deer right over here. So that's also on the list to get done. Now, I've changed the house extensively. And when I do a recap next video, I will go over in depth what it is. But yeah, that whole house changed. But here it is. So those I'm working on because those, what is that, 3 or 4, really close to being done. As in, this one I pulled out last night and started working on it this morning again. And Campion on 40 count, Tabby Cat Wood Smoke. And I am using the Painter's Thread Waterhouse, which is gorgeous. So I'm taking it out of the hoop because I just put it in this morning to work on it. So let me show you. Here's I've got that corner done. So those are what I'm going to focus on because that's 1, 2, 3, is that 4? It's either 4 or 5 that are really close, that are over half done. So I thought that's what I'm going to work on. I've got a little bit of haul that I can show you. I didn't get much because I did so much at Hobby House, but Country Sampler sent, I think it was in October, sent a newsletter and they got me. I ordered several things from them. One is I ordered from Plum Street Real Comfort, and I had them kit it, or I ordered the kit. So that's called for with, let's see, 40 count Salt Bush by Fox and Rabbit with the called for floss. I love their packaging. So this order took a little while to come in because this was a pre-order and I said just send everything at once. I also ordered, this is by Annie B's, Harvest Moon. I just loved it. The big flag. So that I did not kit. I just got the chart. Let me put this over here. And I saved the packaging to show you. Everything was wrapped up like gifts with this beautiful packaging. It was like Christmas. It was wonderful. Ordered Winter Moon. That also has 40 count Salt Bush. This is by Plum Street. And got it kitted. Just love how they kit. You can see they've wound them around 2 different ways. Love that. And 2 more. I think I ordered 5 kits. No, there's another one in here. Okay. Ordered New Constellation, again by Plum Street. I guess it was on a Plum Street kick. So ordered that. Did not get the linen or the floss, but I did just order the floss, which should be in today. Put in a 1, 2, 3 stitch for several charts. That was one of them. So hopefully come today. This one is, I just love it. It's this big blue house. It's Old Willow Stitchery, Isabella White, 1830. And look at this house. So it is kitted with DMC. Also, I think there's a hand-dyed option and then also a Country Sampler. I think there's a note in there about Country. Let me check. Country Sampler. Sorry for the crinkling. Let's see. Yes. There is a conversion. listed from Country Sampler. So Weeks, it looks like Weeks and Gentle Arts, they made some changes. So if you love Country Sampler and their conversions, order this one from them. You can just ask them to put their conversion in it, or you can order the chart and then pull from your stash. I love how they kit, so I try to get their kits when I can. So that one I love. Just that house is so unique. Just look at that. There's the name. And is this the last chart? Yeah. Let's see. Did I get 1, 2, 3, 6? Thought I got 5. This one, I guess, you know, I just love houses. This is 1857 quilt block sampler from the Heart Needle Art. Look at that. Get the big quilt block in it. Right, a couple of them right in there. Let me show you the name. And here's the kit. You could, I had them do the Weeks. And I had them kit it. They put 40 count dirt trap. You can get it kitted with DMC or the hand dyed or Gloriana. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 10 colors. So if you were thinking of doing, or if you love silk, that might be a good one. So I went with the hand dyed. So that one, oh, just love it. So that is my haul, and I did get the last of the boxes from Stitchfolk. This is, and I added my own little charm on there, but this is the bag, the last bag, and there were other goodies in there, but love this bag, love all of Stitchfolk's bags. So, I could put Farmhouse Christmas in here. Just thought of that. So I think this is going to be a shorter video just because that's what I've got for you today. And I've made it in time to be able to do my errands. I hope I didn't rush through anything. But next time I will do, and I'm hopefully before the end of the year, I'm going to do a recap of 2024. The finishes, the whips. Oh, that's going to be a long one of all those whips. But we'll go through the whips, and I won't do any haul next time. It'll just be a recap. So all of the information is in here. I just need to pull it. And I had quite a few starts last year, as you can see. But I had some finishes too, so we'll do that. So I think that's it for today. I want to thank you for joining me. I always love your comments. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the videos. I enjoy making them for you. And I really enjoy the connection that we have with talking through the comments. And I do look at every comment, and I try to answer everyone. I occasionally might miss one for some reason. Occasionally YouTube will pop one up and it's like, where'd that come from? Because I check every time and I have notifications. So anytime you comment, I can go there and see it and comment right away. So I do appreciate you taking the time to comment. And I know some of you can't because you're on a device or on a TV that doesn't let you, but I appreciate you as well, and thank you. I think that's it. As my husband said, you need a better close instead of just rambling going, okay, I'm done. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I will be back before the end of the year. We'll do an end of the year recap, and you'll see what progress I got on some of these that I showed you. Yeah, because there'll be a whip, so you'll get to see. So anyway, thank you for joining me, everyone. Bye.